Greetings. Thank you for choosing the flowering for this pick a card reading. Listen to your heart. What does your heart want to talk to you about? We're going to be exploring your current energy or the current energy of your heart space, how to expand your heart energy at this time, needs that have been ignored, and advice and guidance to help in healing and addressing these things. So we have 6 options. 1 with tiger's eye, 2 with fluorite, 3 with amethyst, 4 with tektite, 5 with emerald, and 6 with rose quartz. So just take a deep breath in. And really connect in your heart space. Exhale. And choose the option or options that call to you. Feel free to drop your option or your choice in the comment below. So, group 1 with tiger's eye, we have, what is your current heart energy? What is the energy in your heart space right now? A change in the wind, okay? The lovers, my decks are, okay, my card's upside down. And the lovers, all right, man. So 1, your heart space is really feeling change, okay? It's like you're listening to your heart right now, and I think that your heart is really happy, okay? Your heart feels almost in this place where you know you have to choose whether you are going to continue to succumb to whatever fear-based energy is hanging around or lingering around, or if you're going to go ahead and let that go ahead and die. Your heart is asking for a change. You know, I feel like there's a desire in your heart space for a change in the type of connections that you're experiencing. Basically, I feel like your heart space, because this is a 3, is calling in a soulmate or divine counterpart, okay? I just really want to show you guys the artwork here. I'm already falling in love with this deck. So it's like you're feeling as if you are super close to finally reaching the land of milk and honey, okay? Where your new ideals about love and connection can be explored. How are we expanding your heart space right now? Honesty. Okay, so honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. And as well as the flower apple blossoms, choices, knowledge, and illumination. White are the flowers of apple tree that bring us fruits of fertility. So, with the white flowers here and honesty is essential, it's almost like just keep this pure energy, okay? Honor what you're feeling. With the honesty is essential card, it feels like, you feel it. There's like this deep sense of knowing that something is very close for you, okay? And so basically choose that, keep that as truth is what I'm saying. So hold that truth in you, hold that purity, focus on positivity, focus on the positive outcome. I feel like for this group, you could expect the worst or expect less than what you've asked for or what you've been trying to manifest. So here it's just like hold that deep sense of knowing that things are unfolding for you when it comes to your heart, okay? Many of you may just be healing from past things and not necessarily focused on calling anyone in. But I just feel that this group here is, if you are that person, then you are probably denying yourself and denying that you want a connection, okay? So just be honest with yourself, be truthful so that this can come into you. Any feelings of not wanting that connection are definitely a result of something deep-seated, okay? I also feel like to expand your heart energy right now, what you know to be true in your heart, just stick with that. Like, understand, believe it, have faith in what you are feeling, okay? What you know. What are some ignored needs for your heart? Truth. Oh my gosh. Clarity. Truth. Okay, so with the moon dance here, I just feel like there's a need to really follow your heart, okay? Some of you are really being asked to just what you already see. There's 2 12s here, 12 12, and then 3 3. So honestly, it feels as if, you've been ignoring the truth of how you feel about someone. And I feel that you may need to go into your heart space, because I feel like even if you're not one that has been trying to fight it, you are someone who has not connected with the idea that this specific person is your twin flame or soulmate. And what it is that you have basically just felt like that was forgotten, maybe. Maybe there was nothing more there. But there's 3 little birds here, and I feel like there have been indicators for you as you've just kind of journeyed along on your own. There's been little indicators about who this person was going to be. And in the Honesty is Essential card, the lover is masked, and the woman's back is turned to him, offering the rose. So someone here could be masking their identity. So someone could be masking their identity, maybe like on social media or whatever, communicating with you from a different phone number or something like that. And what this is that you kind of sense like there's something in you, and this sounds weird, but it's like something in you says that this is probably this person. And then you tell yourself, no. This is who they say they are. You know what I mean? So it's almost like something about your intuition is telling you that there's more to what's happening than you're seeing. And it's almost like you want to ignore it. And I think it's because you don't want to seem like delusional, with the moon here. You don't want to seem delusional and thinking that that's the case. But it seems like you're seeing it accurately, and what's being ignored is that you just need to accept this truth, that that what you feel is right. And it's funny that I have these 2 cards like this, and all you see are the 2 people in that embrace with the milk and honey just dripping, okay? So your heart really wants you to trust that what you're feeling, what you're thinking is accurate. What a major glare, guys. I'm trying to see if I can fix this. Shoot, probably not. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. So, advice and guidance for you. The Ocean. Divine Order. Oh, okay. Sagittarius Sun. Daring. And the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. There's definitely with the 7 of Pentacles here, it's something that there's someone here that you were interacting with, right? And there was either they didn't express their emotions or their feelings to you, or you didn't express yours to them. What's being told for you here is to have an honest exchange of your feelings Well, first of all, come to terms with it in yourself, right? Trust what you're feeling, and then make an effort to have this exchange with this person. All right. Um, I think that there's a need for you to really, with the Sagittarius Sun and the Daring card here, find your voice and use it nice and loud, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable. If you don't use it now, nothing will change. So right now, with this energy of the Scorpio full moon, it feels like they're asking you to go ahead and take action. The actions that you take right now are going to be what makes the ripples that cause this transformation that you're needing, that you're wanting, or that's just waiting to come into you. For some of you, it's meant for you with the Sagittarius Sun, that's a masculine energy. It's meant for you to act. It's meant for you to move forward, okay? And there's also this message of really seeking out the truth of your feelings, okay? And I feel like some people, this person probably has made their way back into your environment, but you're not seeing it as what it is. You know what I mean? So like, this person could have like messaged you or liked a bunch of messages, liked a bunch of your posts or something randomly, and you may have had a thought, but you didn't let it linger because you just, like you say, you didn't have any indicator that this person had any more interest in you. But it says look past the illusion and see underlying order. So here there's this idea that someone has forgotten this or abandoned this connection, and could be holding down some feelings about this person or this situation. Anything else, Spirit? I do feel like that this group could end up connecting with this person and like just getting away, make like maybe like a quiet retreat. It could be like on the water. Yeah. Like this is like asking you or telling you that the best thing for you to do is act on what you feel. You know, act on the insights that you're receiving, because everything is supporting you right now. And if you like, it's like it said, if you don't use it right now, like this is a portal that's open. Everything is high. You have support from the stars and the angelic realm. So just go ahead and make that move. This is like shoot that shot. Everything is aligned for success right now. I also feel like for this group, you know, just don't hold back. Like I feel like for some reason you feel that things that have been said or actions that have been taken didn't lead to the outcome. And I feel like that was you attempting, that attitude comes from you trying to attempt to control it, how everything plays out. So just keeping the faith and understanding and trusting, like trusting. There's lots of moon influence here. So I honestly feel like for this group right now, at this very moment, you're being asked to act on the feelings, your intuitive feelings that you're having, okay? All right? So, yeah, that's kind of cool. So we're going to move on to group 2. Someone just asked me a question in here. Okay, I posted a tag for what I'm doing. I'm doing listen to your heart, pick a card reading. I just saw your question, and I will go ahead and say that group 1, since I just looked up while I was reading group 1, if you didn't hear the messages said to take the risk, to move with your intuition. So if you're asking, will you join the military? That's your choice. And right now is a good time to act upon it if you feel like it's a good, if you've been wanting to do it, then now's a good time to move on it. So, you know, I guess I'm asking you, will you join the military? Like, will you? I can't really tell you that. So group 2. Group 2 with fluorite. Okay. So group 2, what is the health of your heart center right now? So what's the energy that your heart is carrying? So much moon influence. Okay. So with this one here, I think what you're doing is reflecting. Your heart is, you're paying more attention. Okay. Okay. I do feel like this heart energy is very connected. Like you're connected with it. So your mind is connected with your heart right now. And I feel like there's this good balance about like a discernment, right? Your heart is putting off a very discerning energy, like paying very close attention to exchanges that you're having. It's like your heart is like taking notes, right now as you journey through different things. I feel like this something here about what the heart is working on, learning like about reciprocity, equal give and take, and only like not settling for less than you deserve. Okay, it's like if you're shooting for the stars, your heart is giving you many indicators of how close you are or how far you are away. Okay, as you come into contact with these people, it's like hot, cold, hot, 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 cold, cold, cold. That's what's happening right here. And it's basically just, your heart is balancing out. And I think that what's helping is that you're just paying more attention and just paying more attention about what different things, how different things make you feel. Okay. Also triggers, identifying triggers. Your heart is helping you to identify them right now so that you can bring them into balance quickly. All right. I also feel like that's happening for other groups. So if you're not the one who feels like you're just getting indicators right now, you're past that, then what's happening is that the things that you have observed are now being integrated and are bringing you a sense of balance. Okay. All right. So how are you going to expand your heart energy right now? Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those who you love and act on it. Oh my gosh, right? So it's like pay attention to what the needs of people are around you. I also feel like this is very much so like not necessarily entrepreneurial, but like donation, like donating your time and giving, and sharing your love with people that you see who are in need of it. Okay. So with the Six of Pentacles, it's sometimes about, giving, being the giver of something that someone else needs, helping them out of a situation, as well as, you receiving something that helps you out of a situation. So how are you going to expand your heart energy right now? Basically demonstrate love in creative ways. I feel like you should definitely, okay, this is another message like group 1, but there's determination and creative achievement. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Like demonstrate love, but I'm also getting this message from this card is about somebody is concerned about the balance of utilizing their sexual energy for creativity. And I think that this is a good message here is that one, just focus on everything being based in love. Okay. Focus on everything being based in love. And so when you're intimate, you are demonstrating love, and therefore it was not wasted. if you're expressing love, it's not wasted. All right. So it's kind of like how it feels for me, right? If it brings a sense of balance to you, then it's allowed. You don't have to worry about using up creative energy, as long as you're keeping this balance. So also feel like this group demonstrating self-love to yourself, because I think that some of you need to express yourself creatively right now. And for some of you, you might actually be having a lot of sex. And so it's asking you to bring that back into balance so that you can it's almost like, so you don't dilute the energy of it. You don't dilute the energy. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. Yeah, find a creative way to express what you feel to someone. I think that for some of you also, there's a message here of someone keeping an eye on you, someone watching you, to see when a good time is to come in and demonstrate their love to you, okay? All right, so what are your ignored needs? Okay, death, red garden, 8. Both of these are 8s. So okay, so your heart needs okay, so for some of you, this is really, it's like there is some expression that you have been just suppressing, okay? And I think it's important with these 8s here for you to put this out, because it's part of the flow, okay? And so, also something that's being ignored. Some of you deal with grief, okay? Some of you are dealing with grief about some type of loss or ending, and it's needed. Like there needs to be some love and some care put into that area. So I don't know if you need to write write about this thing, or just do something. I feel like if this is a past loved one that you're just missing, and it's kind of like you're just brushing it aside, you may need to like go visit their gravesite, visit other family members, basically give this some space in your environment. You know what I mean? Like give it some space to be. Oh, that's interesting. That really hurt. Like it really hurt when I was reading that. Like, so there's some type of grief that is just not being addressed. And yeah. I also feel like this is like your soul crying, or your heart crying for more of what you need, okay? Like I know that's very general, but it's just like you may already know too. So it's like, can you please just go ahead and give it to us? Please give it to us. For some, it's like you don't even feel like you deserve it, like the healing, the new beginning, the abundance, the flow. It's like, it's really weird. So your heart is asking, please pay attention. Please pay attention to me. You already have everything we need to move forward into our healing, into our bliss. Let's do it. Advice and guidance, Cupid, beloved one, Scorpio ascendant, confident, and Page of Swords. Yes, 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 yes. First of all, uncover whatever this grief is, or this hidden emotion. It feels very probably probably not necessarily an experience, but it definitely feels like a loss. I'm gonna say that because there's all this Scorpio energy here. So it feels like someone could have passed away or something ended, and you just have not been true to what that feeling is, or what you feel, or what happened. You just haven't been true about it and how it expects you. Sorry, how it affected you. With Cupid, it's like we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Beloved one, Archangel Shamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship, okay? Confident, you confuse confidence with ego. There's no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are and what you want, and most importantly, having the courage to stand in your own power. This is what this is as well with the Death card in the Rose Garden. There's a certain sense of beauty that has emerged from your being, and it's almost like you're still trying to suppress it, okay? And I think also an abundance of love too. So you may have just met someone and you're almost telling yourself that, nah, this came out of the blue, this can't be it. And honestly, you can trust it. Whatever you're feeling, you can trust it. I also feel like whatever, you may need to go ahead and express something. Remember, I said expressing and demonstrating love, because it seems like some people may not understand. They don't know what your feelings are towards them or about situations with them. You could be connected with a Scorpio, but I mean, honestly, this just feels like, well, it came out twice. So you could totally be connected with a Scorpio, or you could be a Scorpio. I just feel like there's some things that are taking place behind the scenes, and maybe it's not right in your face yet, okay? I say don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it as a viable option, okay? You know, also for some of you, you had a thought about this thing at first, and then you separated from it. You separated from that thought, and now you're being told that, hey, look, see, you were actually right. And so for some of you, it may take some some time to accept that it's actually taking place. Your heart knows, but it may take you some time to catch on to the fact that this is taking place for you. And I think that is absolutely beautiful. So, great. Group 3, that's beautiful. Or Group 2, that's beautiful. I'm going to move on to Group 3 now. Group 3 with Amethyst. I just heard Twin Flame, Purple Flame. What's the Purple Flame? Which archangel is associated with the Purple Flame? It's not Michael. Is it Uriel? I'm not sure. I can't remember. So let's do it, Group 3. The current heart energy for you. Unfinished Symphony. And the Prince of Pentacles. Yes. Okay, Group 3. You are feeling kind of melancholy. Something that's taken a long time. So it's like wow, I just heard your soul your soul has a song and it needs to finish it. You've been singing this song for a while, and maybe it's ready to close it out, honestly. Because this metal horse or mechanical horse is poised upon 3 wooden stumps, not connected to the stumps, just there. And then this young man is sitting up on it. There's no movement. There is music playing. like this song is still moving on, and I think your heart is telling you that, like, there's still more to this, experience. I feel like too, you know, there is an overthinking happening right now, which is slowing down progress. Okay, everything is flowing, and there's definitely people assisting you, and I think also people behind the scenes or even in the spirit realm. But for some reason, oh, I get it. There is somebody in the background, and it's not necessarily positive. It's kind of standing between this being finished. Okay, you're sitting on something though, that needs to be expressed. You're sitting on something that needs to be put out, and you could literally have a song or poem or something like um, that you're expressing. I think too, just to put it out there, if you are openly expressing things in a aggressive or maybe not so loving manner, it's slowing down progress. Okay, it's slowing down progress for something that needs to close. So, it's like, sing. How long are you sing this sad song? How long will you sing the sad song? For others of you, there is something that's coming to a culmination for you, and it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. Honestly, your heart is anticipating an outcome. Okay, your heart is in anticipation for beauty to come in, for some type of long held dream or wish to be actualized. How are you expanding, or how can you expand your heart space right now? Right? Okay. See, now, whoever this is, you guys are expressing yourself in a way that is not fully loving. And so the energy, I think too, I heard avoidant. So it's like almost like you're avoiding saying your deepest, your true feelings, like just saying, hey, please, I love you still, come back, or whatever the case may be. But turn on your heart light, reflect on a time when you experienced love. And that's a 9. So I feel that the Knight of Pentacles, that this is what's happening. So for you in your heart space, this could be you or someone that you're thinking of. Someone is actually literally reflecting. Okay, they're in hermit mode. That's why this is taking so long to continue. Reflecting on times when you actually felt loved. And somebody could have actually just had this epiphany, like, oh my gosh, there was always love in each one of my connections. I wasn't seeing it the right way. Destiny. It's not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Beautiful. Some of you are waiting for a right time or just something. And this card is like, time is not what makes this right. This is destiny. So really, your actions are what's going to change this. Once you connect with the fact that, connect with your true feelings about it, okay? When you realize that what you're feeling, which is that it could be destiny, when you realize this, and that destiny is you have willpower to follow the destiny or not. Some people, okay, so for this group, you're stuck in the mindset of, if it's destiny, it will happen. Well, that's why we come back so many lifetimes, because what was destined to take place didn't happen, because we kept saying, well, it'll happen when God is ready for it to happen, or, oh, it was a delay, so I guess it's not time. No, sometimes it's meant for you to exercise your willpower to get your wish granted. Like, you need to move, okay, and do it. So, yeah, they just got a little aggressive with you, I guess. What are your ignored needs? Slow but steady. Weaving flowers. Number 33. 333, guys. 333. Yeah, you need to say, you know that the situation is moving, but you are also aware that you are kind of growing impatient. For some of you, there is a hobby. I don't know where that came from, but there is a hobby, and maybe you just need to, maybe that'll be helpful for you. Okay. Ignored needs. Slow but steady. Patience. Patience. Actually, I don't feel like patience is a thing. I feel like that's the excuse. Oh, I'm being patient. I'm being patient. And it just feels like your soul or your heart is like, what? We're telling you to move. Like, we're telling you, okay, I guess if you're going to keep moving slow, we got the turtle here, which makes sense with the Knight of Pentacles because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So some of you are almost losing hope of this. And I think that with your the needs, you need action, you need something, you need to make some type of move, so that you can get that feedback that, okay, yes, this is still a thing. All right. Some of you are losing hope in this too. So it's like, just trust. Your heart is like, no, 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 hold on. Hold on. Don't do that. Ignored needs too. I feel like this is really talking to me about flower medicine. So with weaving flowers, there's like some type of flower medicine or, I don't know, flower essences. There's something here about you may need something like that. Oh, purification. Yeah, purification. To purify your aura and your energy, okay? It's happening. It's happening. All right, okay, boom. So your heart space needs clearing. It needs clearing. Um, so many different ways you can do that, but there's an emphasis here about flowers. So I would say look into that. Um, what else? Three, 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 three. There's lots of threes. So if that's your number, this is your message. I also feel like your guides and ancestors are saying, um, instead of anticipating what's about to take place or trying to, figure it out or keep such a close eye on it, just know that it's coming. It's destined to take place. And right now, just one way to maintain positivity is to just think on the positive situations. So like if this is a very specific person or connection, think about the good times there. Just keep those positive thoughts flowing so that you don't, cause further stagnation. So because I feel like movement is trying to happen here. And so, you can only speed it up with your positive thoughts and intentions. Advice and guidance, compassion. What do you desire? Clarified intention there. Richness, the Lovers, Scorpio Sun. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know what it is. I swear I shuffled these cards up and okay, let me just trust because the universe be knowing what they doing. So destiny. Okay, again, there is a need for you to understand that your highest self is with you right now. That whatever it is here, like there's definitely something that you're supposed to find inside of you or in this connection. Like you're supposed to seek something here, okay? And you need to decide whether or not you're in this for the ride or not. And it's not too late. It's something that I'm also hearing. Like it's not too late, okay? There's some, you have the ability to enrich this situation with patience, compassion and patience when it comes to waiting on a specific outcome or, compassion for the time that you have waited. It's like it says soften your heart with respect to the situation and all people involved, including yourself. So, when you choose this connection, when you choose that I'm going to be patient, I'm going to wait for this, it starts moving for you. I think that sometimes if we're still looking, because if we're still looking, it kind of means that we haven't decided that this is what it is and that we truly believe that this is what it is. Scorpio Sun came out, which lets me know that there's definitely a message that I don't get like super like rush after anything, but it just feels like things are moving, things are happening, and I think that um, the less you allow any delays or disappointments to affect you right now or to stick with you right now, the better. You know, it enhances the flow of the situation. Search further. The deeper you explore this issue, the more truth you will find. It will be well worth the effort. Again, go inside. You know, I don't think this is a research or stalk anybody. This is more like ask yourself what the truth of the matter is. What do I want? Do you still want this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I think some of you are getting caught up with how much time it's taking. So it's like you're losing patience. But what's happening, the time that's being spent is allowing for balance to be found, right? So that everything can come into you in the most harmonious fashion. And you just have to be ready to embrace that, you know, with compassion and love. It's like keep the wheel, keep this feeding it, keep feeding into it. Like, no, I know this is gonna happen. I know this is gonna happen. You know, and when you find yourself doubtful, come back to it. You know what I mean? Come back to it. I do feel like also envisioning, writing, listening to music that really just keeps you in that loving energy is gonna be beneficial for you, Group 3. Group 4. Take tight. Take tight. 41. Okay, so Group 4. What's going on in your heart space? Tick tock. Yo, all of these messages are combined. 10 of Cups came out in reverse. Yeah, okay. 10 of Cups came out in reverse. So tick tock. Hey, 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 hey. It's getting away from you. It's getting away from you. It's getting away from you. It's getting away. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. The window's closing. The window's closing. All right. In your heart, it feels like that is the energy. You know, it feels like, you know, you feel like doors are closing and that your time is up. Some of you think that you've lost hope. And I feel like all of these, maybe I need to stop doing pickle card readings because a lot of times all of the messages kind of, especially when it comes to love, you know, I've made me to find another format for love or heart-centered readings because I think it's a very collective energy that I end up in. So if anybody has any tips on how to, you know, do that, please comment below. I'm so receptive to input right now. So ultimately in your heart space, you know, it just feels like some of you feel like your biological clock is ticking. Some of you feel like that it's been too long and that there's no way that this thing could resurface or that this happy outcome could take place here. It's like it's been too long, okay? You have no faith in this thing anymore, which I don't like. I don't like. You know, we know that time is just a construct, you know, and it doesn't really, we don't have to let waiting weigh on us, you know, because ultimately you're only waiting if you're thinking about it coming. If you are in the present moment, then you have this happiness already. And then you don't have to feel sad about the possibility of it not coming, right? So creating the happiness now. So there's a big anticipation, okay? There's lots of anticipating energy, losing hope, anxiety about whether or not you're going to get the 10 of Cups. For some of you, there's a very non-traditional, like abstract idea to how this connection would be, all right? Like, you see the family there and how creative and abstract their look is. I really don't know what direction those cards are showing you, but Seven of these cups are grounded on the ground. The hawk is on the ground, the cat is on the ground, and 3 of the cups are pouring down and shining light on the family, okay? So this is like an indigo family, by the way. And it's time for you guys to come into union. Like, all of you supposed to come together, right? And this doesn't have to be like, mom, dad, and kid. This could be like a blended family or anything, but I just feel like, also feel, now this is a different energy, but some of you feel like you're not ready, like the time is not right for you to move into a family or move into that type of dynamic. You're doubting it. Your heart is like wondering if that's the case, if it's time or not. I get a really masculine energy here about that. About that. So how are you expanding your heart space right now? You are limitless. Man, you can do anything you choose. If you feel like you're 4, this is a 4 as well. So it's like, yes, whatever you think that you're supposed to have in order to embrace a family unit. There's something here about having some type of very creative or very different and unique way of living here. So the options or the potential here is really limitless. And so honoring that, trusting that, seeking, releasing any restrictions or limiting thinking about family dynamics or relationship dynamics right now, or what it means to be happy, what it means to be fulfilled. Your happiness and your fulfillment, there's no end to it. Whatever you need, you can have. Just, you can have it. Go do it. Because ultimately your happiness is in your hands, right? And you can choose to have it or allow it to be at someone else's mercy. Enthusiasm and friendship. A single rose can be my garden. A single friend, my world. Wow. The person that you're thinking about right now, open your heart to them fully. This group, I feel like you've just met this person. And your ideas are like, you're just like, wow, there's so much beauty here in this connection already. Which is beautiful, honestly. For whatever reason, I feel like you could be a Leo or you could be connecting with a Leo. But either way, there's a need to step forward and just acknowledge that your ideals could be restricting you or trying to limit you right now. They could be trying to douse your enthusiasm. And so honor what you're feeling. Honor what that push, the drive, that urge that you're having to move towards your happiness. All right. For others of you, you just feel like this person somebody offered you this like ready-made situation, and I think that you may have rejected it before. The window's still open. Like, you don't know, like, opportunity still lives there, okay? Opportunity still lives there. The time has not run out. Like, you just have to come forward. I do feel like, though, let me just say that there's still a lot of enthusiasm here, and I think that you may also want to connect with someone who you were once in a relationship with, but now you don't necessarily want to rush into, you may not even want a relationship. Like, you just want this person to know what they mean to you. So honoring that and being truthful, like accepting that, you could have the same amount of joy with this person in your life as a friend. Wow. That's interesting. Do something that makes you happy. Do something new. Like, do something that you haven't done before, okay? It'll really, like, bring in a sense of joy, playfulness, enthusiasm, and then you can meet people. You're going to meet people. You're going to meet a friend or a connection. So expanding yourself by trying new things is going to really help you right now to expand your heart energy. And ignored needs. Transformation and no rain today. Some of you need sun, like literally need to get out into the sun, okay? Because I think some of you may also need some mental health assistance, some help dealing with your emotions in a proper manner. some help seeing a situation differently. Okay. There's time for metamorphosis here. There's definitely time for metamorphosis here. And when it comes to your own inside, it's like, when are you gonna turn this pain into power? Like, when are you gonna transform it? When are you gonna make it into the gift that it was meant to be all along? Okay. So for some of you, there's definitely some emotion that is being ignored, and it's just like the light, the sun wants to shine. The sun wants to shine. I also feel like some of you may be avoiding, just trying to avoid moving into this new place, like this new chapter, okay? Which is so weird, because why would you choose another cycle of depression? This is a 10. Why would you choose another cycle of depression and sadness when you have this 10 of cups here? And all it takes is for you to transform it. Very specifically, I hear somebody asking, how can I transform it? Well, sit with yourself, write it out. What did this teach me? What truth do I have right now? Do I still feel the same way that I did 10 months ago? Like, there's a very... Ooh, my sacral chakra just like got a pain. All right, so yeah. There's definitely some need for you to take that melancholy and transform it. It's actually already transformed. You just got to catch up. Again, that's another message that's taking place, that's coming forward multiple times, is that it's more like in you. You have to decide that now it's time for the sun, that you're going to go stand in the sun because the sun is out, right? You're going to go ahead and burst out of your cocoon, because a butterfly can't survive inside a cocoon. Caterpillars go in there to process, to grow, to expand. But now you're fully expanded, so why won't you just go ahead and fly? Embrace your happiness. So, advice and guidance. Have confidence, brilliant idea, curiosity, strength, and the first house. Identity is born, okay? Yes, like, really, this is someone, this really speaks, especially this first house card, really speaks to someone thinking that they lost a chance at happiness with someone, and you don't know how this person feels about you. You don't know if they even feel the same way that they did once. Well, the thing here is that, you just have to have the confidence in what you feel and move forward in it. Brilliant idea. There's a lightning bolt here, and then there's the creative energy, the sacral energy. It's like, does this person even, are we connected? Does this person feel me? And the answer is just yes. Lots and lots of Leo energy here, by the way. Yes, this is divinely guided. How you feel is true. Like, your thoughts about it being too late, or you being too late, or this thing having passed, or not being able to work out, those are your thoughts. The feelings, the insight that you have says, man, there's probably still opportunity here, but it's more like curiosity. You have the question of it instead of having the confidence and to just step forward. Confidence is doubled here with the strength card, but it's like, you just don't work against yourself with those thoughts when you know what you're feeling. Don't allow yourself to be a victim to doubt, to anxiety, to uncertainty. We have to surrender to that. Surrender that curiosity can't live with fear. Okay. There is so much knowledge surrounding this decision you need to make. However, there are more options you have not considered. Slow down, and the right opportunity will present itself. Honestly, for me, it feels like something that came into a person, to you, at a time when you really were just exploring yourself, just rebuilding yourself, connecting with your strength, your center. You were really working on that solar plexus, getting your willpower and your confidence in order, after some difficult situations. Okay. And you're like, am I finally ready? Well, yes, you're ready. Now just you have to move in it. Move in it with full confidence, with knowing who you are, knowing, be very authentic too. Be very authentic when you make this move. You don't have to be committed. You know, you don't have to be fully all thrown all the way um, in order to start something with someone. You know, go start it. This is like Ace of Wands energy for me. Like, just go start it, and then see where it goes. But you're thinking way too far into it. Just go. Yeah, for some of you, you're just gonna have to tame some of those super aggressive thoughts and fears, and move forward. Okay. I also feel like some of y'all are worried about making a commitment to someone because you probably have just been allowing yourself to be free when it comes to your sexuality, and commitments. So you weren't, you've been just kind of free flowing, and you're thinking about opening yourself up to this new connection or this connection, but wondering if you have the fortitude, if you are in that place to commit, uh, if this is something that can be recovered. I honestly feel like some of you are just wondering if it's a recoverable situation. So, beautiful, group 4. Okay, table. Been all janky. Group 5 with Emerald. Group 5, we're almost done, guys. All right. What's going on in your heart space? Why? Yeah, tons of questions. And the Queen of Swords. Yes, this is in your heart, you are attempting to stabilize. Okay, you're identifying things that need to be cleared out. You're taking a very, very objective approach to this, and really feeling like I think this is your heart taking away basically things that were passed down to you in regards to love. Your foundations, what you have been taught about your heart, your emotions, expressing them. I also feel like someone is asking, like your heart is like, why so cold? Why do I feel so lonely? Why do I feel so detached? And I think that's a pretty good question to be asking, because it's very detached energy here. So right now your heart is just asking for you to explore that. Like, what is this detachment that I'm feeling? And just as the sun is starting to shine, just as things are starting to warm up for me, why am I feeling cold? Why am I feeling cold? It's like the flower of life is here with the Queen of Swords, and this is pruning. Like, you're pruning. You've been pruning, okay? And so maybe you are just experiencing the result of all of that. You're that nothing. Now you're experiencing nothingness, right? Without too much stimulation, without too much stuff clinging onto you. It's almost like you're experiencing nothingness. When you are at that space of nothingness, it really allows you to receive. And when you're in nothingness, you receive your insights, your guidance that you need. This brings me like a hermit type of energy, because she's going after this book, and there's the question marks around, but this is about why I feel unstable, why I feel disconnected, why I don't feel like I'm connecting. this wording on here says something about how to disappear, or how do I get things to disappear, or how do um like why do I just disappear, or why do people just disappear out of my life? That might be another question too. Why have people just turning their backs? There's lots of isolation type of energy that you're feeling in the heart right now, and you're not knowing why, you're so disconnected. And I think you are seeing it in not the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah, you needed some isolation, and now you're just coming out of it. So you just have to embrace the fact that it's over. That's all. And maybe that feeling of disconnection is just while you recalibrate, like while you get used to this new place that you're in. It's just like that uncertainty, that discomfort, of not knowing what's taking place, really. So, how are you expanding your heart energy right now? Graciousness and benevolence. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Yeah, for some of you, you're asking yourself why you're rejecting these new feelings, these new abundance, this love, this light that's been shown onto you. You're asking yourself why you're ignoring it, why you're turning away from it. And so the thing here is just accept things with grace, okay? Because people need to be able to show you love, like as part of this whole cycle. It's all part of the whole life pattern, the wheel of life, the flower of life, whatever, tree of life. It's part of it. There's give and receive there. And so you need to be able to receive, and they need to be able to give. That is us in our highest nature, being able to give and receive. And so with this snowflake here, it's like, let that go and let beauty, or actually embrace the beauty of this time of coldness and isolation, because it's going to bring you so many answers that'll no longer, although that'll help to dissolve whatever blocks have been there before, okay? And I feel like they're not long held blocks, they're just blocks that come in and go and come in and go, okay? Based on your, detachment, your level of detachment. Ignored needs right now, home and mermaid's love. Okay. Oh, yes. This is off, but for some of you, I just heard that you need to get like you just need to purify the house. Like, but I heard very specifically, like, the water you're drinking needs to be more pure. Okay. All right. You need more love in your house. You need more. Okay, so feng shui might be a thing here for you, but there's just a need to bring more loving, positive energies, like more beauty, okay? If you tend to be with like I think is the word monochromatic. Is that the right word? But if you tend to stick with like certain color scales, like that are very closely connected, it's like embrace more um, color. But I just feel like there is a need to bring more harmony into the home. Okay, more harmony, more peace. That's what your soul is. That's what you want. Like at my home, and also feel like with family too. You may be ignoring that some family member, some friend, some community member has help that they want to give you. They want to love you and support you in some kind of way. And, so you may be ignoring that. Also, because everything is connected, some of you are also, there's things at your house that need to be taken care of, and you're not caring for your material things. It's like a lack of gratitude, right? Lack of gratitude. So there we go. Have an attitude of gratitude. I know a goddess who she has that chant. I have an attitude of gratitude. I think she says, I'm grateful for friends and family. I have an attitude of gratitude. Um, Something else. But either way, you get it, guys. Um, what advice and guidance do we have? Gentleness, okay. Also here, look. Um, gracious acceptance is what they keep saying. Gracious acceptance, graciousness and benevolence, gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. Remember, I was talking about here that you need a more loving, nurturing, tender environment to be in. There's not, especially with music and stuff, like you're very sensitive right now. So just being careful with how things are feeding into you. Like you just have to pay particular attention because it's going to help you heal this cold energy and bring more love, more life back into your being. Reward yourself, of course. Commit. Yes. King of Cups. Capricorn Sun. The Sea Goat. Okay. First of all, your body. Somebody needs to pay attention to their body. Commit yourself to a regimen of self-care, self-love. I also feel like just don't be so hard on yourself during this time. There's a whole lot of like very hard energy because you're super internal. Like this doesn't have, there's no other person here. Like this is a very internal thing. Whereas the other cards kind of felt like they were connected to something outside of you. Here, this is very much about you, one, giving yourself the things that you need, okay? People are really connected with you right now because of the way the way that you have grace in dealing with situations. All right. So because of that, because of the way you handle things, you can also be okay with yourself. All right. You be okay with yourself, and know that you do deserve. I mean, I feel like a deservingness energy here. It says, if you listen with your heart, then speak with your head, a mutually beneficial solution will surface. I think that a commitment will come in if we can take what's in our heart, be gentle with it, honor it, cherish it, and then share it, share it in a way that it can be received and it's returned. It's like it's returned with that same energy. Oh man, goodness gracious. I also feel like offering help to somebody else could be of benefit for you right now. With the Capricorn crap. Okay. I do feel like you are a seeker, okay? Some of you are looking for like truths, like spiritual truths about love and connection. And I think you've really, really, really been serious about moving into higher vibrational connections. And there's this very practical energy that's asked to balance with your emotions. Okay, so with the Capricorn Sun, you could be tempted to lead only with what you think, and only what you see. But the idea here is to really, really, really listen to your heart, what it needs. And I think what your heart really needs is a more peaceful environment. I think that you do want love in your life, so stop denying yourself that. And I would say that the way you're denying yourself that is by trying to dictate how love is supposed to flow to you at this time. Because I feel it's coming to you in so many ways. And because it's not in ways that you're used to, you could just not acknowledge it. Like you could just not see it and not understand. So it's like, why? Why are things taking place this way? Well, there's lessons of love and acceptance. And I keep saying lessons, but it's just not lessons. It's like there's reminders, you know what I mean? Reminders that love exists in so many forms. And at any point, if you think that you are not experiencing love, then you have detached from yourself, you know? If you feel like you're not experiencing love, then you're in an illusion, period, all right? And you need to, look at your situation and ask, hey, help me to see all the ways in which I'm receiving love right now. I don't think it's abnormal for us to get to that place, but if we just stop for a second and say, okay, what's the truth of it? How am I receiving love? Which moves us right into 6, that number of harmony. This is Jesus's number, okay? Balance, reciprocity, equal give and take. It's just 6 is harmony. It's what we all seek in our connections. So for group 6, what do we have? What's the energy in your heart here? Wow, thinker, 44, Ace of Swords. Wow, okay, so the heart's not talking right now. The heart's not talking. You are contemplating your feelings in your mind space, okay? You're conceptualizing a new ideal, about what you need, about how you feel about being alone, how independent you are, your ability to exist as an individual, okay? Once you've connected with someone, this is something that's also on your mind. Because I think the heart, already knows, like your heart is already healthy. I think now it's integrating new ideas, new concepts about how you connect with people, how you get to stand in your own being and just still to be in your own self, in a connection. 44. I do feel like you two, yeah, this is like, I do feel like there's a breakthrough that's taking place here. And I want to say regarding certain patterns and planting new thought, like new seeds, new thought forms into the situation. And this is regarding how you express your emotions, how you honor them as well, okay? How you respect other people's emotions, because I think sometimes if you're listening but don't take the time to process what this person said, then you can respond before you've had the time to actually formulate the expression, So you end up responding, and that person may get they may read that and feel like you didn't necessarily connect with what they said. So there's this thing here, and this could be both ways. So you could also experience that with people who you don't feel heard all the time. You don't feel like your feelings are heard. In the way that you're expressing them. So you're always looking for new ways to express yourself. And it's like this little thing. And I think also what I'm picking up on is that it can be a little stressful trying to come to understand another person, or trying to create space for them to come to understand you. However, if we can just take away that whole, okay, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite time? What's your favorite thing to do? Well, do you have kids? Like, if we can just take off that whole list of how we're supposed to gain understanding of our feelings or our partners or situations that tug at our heartstrings, if we can just let go of how we're supposed to deal with it, it won't take so much thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really get to that place of true connection with spirit, first of all, and with another person, there's not necessarily a whole lot of thought, because you're being moved with your heart. You're being moved through your heart space. And then the mind space, the mind's role is secondary to the heart at that point. So, there is big energy here about ideas, and some of you think that you're supposed to be alone, I'm not even gonna condone that thought right now. So just get your life. Get your life. Come out of your mind is what it's saying. Like, come out of your mind and realize that, there's many opportunities with these fetuses here. There's many opportunities here. Some of them are not a good fit, are not going to be a good fit, but that's just how it is. Okay. Some of you are also thinking about children that you've lost. Okay, thinking about having more children. Seeing how that fits in your life right now. It's just beautiful, honestly. Okay, so how are you going to expand your heart space? Pansy, sweet thoughts. Yeah, some of you thinking about kids. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. All right, so, okay, this is definitely, the top row can be some Queen of Swords type of energy where you've kind of grown cold. Just stop trying, you know what I mean? So here it's talking about, just choosing to put out what you want to experience. Pray you love, remember, and there are pansies. That's for thoughts. Pray you love, remember, and there are pansies. That's for thoughts. All right. So again, this is one big energy of keeping your thoughts positive, thinking, clearing out anxiety, trying to balance out heart and mind, or really bringing mind into balance with heart, because heart seems to be good. It's just like, now if you are in your mind, then maybe you're not expressing love to receive it, and that may be why you're in this contemplative place, because the answer of it is, hey, get out of your head. Go show some love to folks. Go show some love and you will receive it back. Ignored needs right now. Tiny triumphs. You need to celebrate yourself. You need to celebrate yourself in all the things that you have processed. And I think some of you are like coming out of pretty difficult situation, or just a very lonely time. And so right now, you're out now. There's possibilities. There's possibilities here with all of the seeds, with all of the fetuses, the things that are here in gestation. There's unlimited possibilities. And so what you're not seeing, or what's needed right now, and that you're ignoring, is that there's so many little things that you're overcoming and have overcome. And you should be joyful about that. There's no need to be stuck in any kind of like cycle of just replaying old stuff over and over and over, because actually, since all that stuff happened, you've accomplished so much within yourself, and you can finally come out. Like, you can come out. You can come out and share, first of all the things that you've learned. Unlimited possibilities now. That means that life can be as sweet as you make it now, because you've actually journeyed the harder part. Now with with the air energy up here in the 6, I'm picking up 6 of Swords energy. So this is like, now that you're moving out of that difficult place and the waters are a little more calm, embrace. It is safe for you to love. Like, it is safe. You have overcome a difficult situation, a difficult energy, and now the world is opening up to you. Okay, and now you just need to allow yourself to step back out and experience love again. And guidance. Shower of abundance with unlimited possibilities. Oh my gosh. There's definitely some love coming in to pour into you, pour all over you. And I think that it's right on the verge, and we just need to make the choice that we're going to stay in that positive mindset, that we're going to move out of any kind of melancholy or indecisiveness or doubt, and just, hey, clarified intention. This is what I want. I'm not going to allow it to be cluttered. My mind to be cluttered with anything else. This is what I want. And it really brings us in. Unlimited possibilities. I also feel like some of you have been thinking so much about work and the things that you need to accomplish or get done, that the money is coming, so that's going to bring a sense of joy. But I think that you may have been ignoring some you may have been ignoring love matter. You may have been ignoring that you need love. Okay. That you need love. Also feel like you need to explore a possibility. So your soul or your heart might also feel like there's things that you need to explore about different dynamics and connections, maybe even your sexuality even. So be proud of yourself. Come out of your mind. You've already accomplished enough. Now it's time to enjoy a little bit, and then you can get back to the grind, okay? But right now, pat yourself on the back. That's what you need. You need to acknowledge yourself for the things that you've overcome on this journey so far. Nurture, of course. Nurture yourself. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Wow, wow, wow. With all of these embryos here, some of you might actually be pregnant. And so the idea is that now that you have this life growing inside of you, the love that you give yourself, you're now giving to this child. You're nurturing a child, okay? I also feel like for the opposite, you may connect with, reconnect even with like a parent, co-parent, someone who helps with your children or someone who you share children with. And this person could come in to nurture you and pour onto you right now. You are worthy of this success. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievement. Sometimes these things, how they come out, just blow my own mind. And this really makes sense. Like, you really, 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 really need to allow yourself to bask in this that's coming forward. And I think you have the tendency right now, you may just still be pushing through those final stages of doubt, just negative down energy in order to embrace this clarity, this insight that, wow, things are actually changed here. The Hermit, of course, reflection. I do feel like too, you may need some time for yourself. So if you do have someone come in to offer you help, really, really, really take it. Also, there's some inner child stuff here. I think that's why this person was in thinking mode so much. So now what you have already, I think there's an understanding that's already been gained. Now come out and engage. Come out and engage. If you know that you need to give your kids more attention right now, give it. If you know your inner child needs more attention right now, give it. With the Capricorn Ascendant coming out, it's a very, you're always focused on responsibilities, okay? And so right now, what you've been putting out, like, just to succeed, like, it's a success. It has been successful. Celebrate yourself. I think that's necessary right now. I think it's really necessary for you to celebrate. Because burnout comes when we don't take the time to say, okay, pat on the back, you did great, you did great, you did great. Because that gratitude or that feeding back into us is what continues us. It's what allows us to keep going. So every day I feel like you have been showing love. You've been very gentle with others, even if you haven't been so with yourself. But I do feel like that's something that has been improving. So pat yourself on the back for the changes that you've been making in yourself to just infuse more love, acceptance, and abundance into your reality. I think also, some of you might just need to go out into nature, sit under a tree too. And that'll really feed you, but also you'll be giving some energy back to Mother Nature. You can show gratitude. Take a stone or some fruit or some seeds or something and leave at the tree, And I feel like, with that nurturing energy, they're talking about child here, but, whatever you give, in a loving manner, you remember it's going to be returned to you. It doesn't matter if you give it to an animal, a tree, an old person, a baby. It doesn't really matter. A plant, it doesn't matter. It's an energy exchange, period. So I do feel like you should definitely, the energy that you've been given, this idea has set it on its path. So, allow yourself to kind of retreat, without so much, like, so deeply focused effort that you are detached from the joy of it, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do look forward to your comments. Like the video if it resonates with you. Please drop any suggestions for other readings. I have some that I'm working on putting together, but I would love, love, love your recommendations so that I am, giving what is needed. So again, I will put timestamps and everything in the comment section below, as well as in the description box. You can email me for a reading to get scheduled. There's so many things changing on this end, but I will definitely wait to let you know. But subscribe and turn on the notifications button so that you can stay up to date with me and that you don't miss anything. All right. Peace and love.